In today's video, I want to break down 5 ways that you can tell if you're with a really good guy.
Hi, I'm Crystal Irom, and I'm one of the top love, dating, and manifestation coaches for smart, successful women like you. I share content on understanding men in the masculine, dating as a high-value woman, and manifesting love, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss anything.
Number 1, the first sign you're with a good guy, this is a green flag in a relationship, is that he takes his time getting to know you. So the reason that I am putting this one first and that I think it's really worth mentioning is because sometimes women get mixed up when a guy comes on really hard and really strong at the beginning and they're like, oh my God, this must mean he really likes me. He's giving me all this attention. He's giving me these lavish presents. He's telling me how amazing he thinks I am. All of those things can be nice and they're not per se a red flag, but what you actually want is someone who truly is invested in getting to know you. Often when someone's coming on really hard and really strong, they don't actually know you. They have an idea of the ideal in their mind and they're hoping that that's you. But when you're on a pedestal, way up here, the only way to go is down. So that's not what we want. We want someone who is genuinely interested in you, who is investing in you, who's like, how can I get to know this person in front of me? Not some figment of my imagination that I hope can stay as amazing as I'm hoping that it is. So that's the first sign. He really wants to get to know you and he's willing to take his time to do it. The second sign that you're with a good guy, this is a green flag, is that he is kind. This is perhaps the most important quality that you can look for in a potential mate, is someone who is kind. And a lot of women put that way beneath, makes 6 figures, looks really good, is really funny, really sexy, right? Like they'll put all of these other things as so much more important. But you can find someone with all of those qualities, someone who's rich and handsome and funny and charming, who is not kind. And that relationship will not serve you well. So if you can find someone who is rich and funny and charming, who's also kind, then great, enjoy. That's the dream, right? But don't sacrifice kindness anything else. It is the most important thing. So if you're with someone who is genuinely a good, kind person, who is kind towards you, who shows that he cares about you, that he cares about your feelings, that is a green flag. The third green flag, the sign that you're with someone who might be really great for you, is that you are your best self around him. That you are more expanded, that you are able to evolve, that you have even greater faith and belief in your dreams than you did without him. If you're with someone who wants you to stay small or who wants you to be very different for him or who can't appreciate the person you truly are, that's a problem, right? If you find someone who's just like, oh, I think you're awesome, I love everything about you, I just want you to be more and more you, and you're able to be that around him, that is a great sign, and that's a huge green flag. The fourth green flag is that he is consistent. He's consistent in terms of moving the relationship forward and getting to know you, but also he just shows up in a consistent way. You're not going on this roller coaster of emotions because one day he's super sweet and loving and the next day he's completely aloof and cold. When there's this constant back and forth, when someone's always showing up in a different way, when you never know what to expect, that's not ideal. That is going to make it very difficult to create a strong foundation, a really lasting, loving relationship. So that's definitely a red flag, something to look out for. But if he is really consistent in his communication, consistent in his energy, consistent in his personality, those are really positive things. Now, this doesn't mean someone has to be completely the same all the time. Obviously, people go through moods. People have bad days. All of that is totally fine. But you're looking for this sort of overall consistency that generally you know what you're getting with this person. The fifth green flag that I want to mention is that he is supportive of you and your life outside of him. If you're with a man and he loves that you have friends, he loves that you have interests that are unrelated to him, he loves that you have dreams and goals and ambitions, and he is supportive of all of that, that is such an amazing green flag. It's a really good sign, right? When someone is like, I want everything about you to revolve around me. I don't want you to have friends outside of me. Why are you doing something else rather than spending time with me? That's a red flag. That's something you want to be aware of because that shows a level of possessiveness, of jealousy, and maybe even a desire to isolate you. So that's definitely something to look out for. But if he's supportive of you and what you want for yourself outside of him, that is a huge green flag. That is definitely something to look out for and take note of, because that sounds like you could be with a really good guy. So there are my 5 green flags, things that you can look for to know if you're with a really good guy. So I know this was a short and sweet video, but that's really all I wanted to share with you today. So I hope this served you well. I'll see you in the next one.